Hey, Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Rachakodash, the Lord to the apostles of great millstone, and Shalom to you brothers in the highways and byways, doing works sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting that good fight of faith. Lord willing, we found that number to be delivered. But until then, we want to keep pushing, keep prophesying, and keep keeping our hands to that plow until the Lord willing, comes back and delivers us up. All right. So I want to first, before I start this lesson, I just want to, make a few comments as to what's been transpiring here at GMS Boston. All right, so a lot of you brothers may have been seeing some videos as of late, with some familiar faces, and brothers is commenting on videos. Some brothers is probably damn near surprised. But I'm gonna say this, there was a split within the camp. And, certain brothers felt that they were better off going their own direction. Certain brothers stayed with the brotherhood in the camp. And that's the gist of what's happening. So those men who decided to part ways, they parted ways, and they're teaching what they want to teach. And that's what it is, man. It's brothers shouldn't be surprised these things go down, especially in this thing of ours in these here last days. But the men who have stood strong and continue in the doctrine that we have learned, and knowing that who we learn these things from, we're forging on. We still got a job to do. You see? So just to let brothers know, because I'm sure brothers kind of trying to figure out what's going on. But that's the gist. There's a split. Some brothers went their way. Brothers stayed inside the camp. And that's the bottom line. All right? So the men that you see who from the split, they're no longer affiliated. And that's their prerogative. All right? But with that being said, we still got a job to do. We still got to push the word of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. All right? So without further ado, I'm going to get into this lesson. And I'm going to start with a clip, all right? And brothers may have seen this clip, a while back. It came out, I believe it was 2021. And, I just want to speak on a few points concerning this clip. It's an old one, but y'all brothers check it out, because the things that Esau is putting in his movies, in his, his videos, in his speech, these are things that are to come, man. And coupled with the prophecies already letting us know they will come in this way. But Esau, again, as the scripture says, he will make his own tongue to fall upon himself. All right? So let's play this clip, get into a couple of scriptures, and Lord willing, it's edifying.
Good morning, Miss Garcia.
Good morning, sunshine. I miss you. I could kiss you right now.
Sunday.
Curfew is now in effect. All unauthorized citizens must stay indoors.
Tensions rise as we enter the 213th week of lockdown.
Grim new reality emerges.
COVID-23 has mutated.
Beginning thermal scan. Thermal scan normal.
A horrifying new development today.
It confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue.
Hey, whoa, I'm immune! I'm immune!
Worldwide death toll rises to over 110 million.
All infected Americans are being forced into quarantine camps.
Sarah, what's going on?
Department of Sanitation.
Sarah, talk to me.
I think my neighbor has a fever.
It'll be so much easier if you just open the door. Mrs. Grant, you got visitors.
Sarah, please. Sarah, open that door.
Sarah, do not open that door.
Beginning thermal scan. 3, 2, 1. Anomaly detected. Armed guards will be arriving in 4 to 6 hours. You must not not attempt to leave your home, or you will be shot on sight.
This is my message to you.
I know you're in there.
They're coming to let you go.
No. Sarah! Sarah!
Say goodbye to me.
Sarah, I'm not letting you give up.
This is my message to you.
Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to survive.
I'm trying to save the one person left in my life that matters to me.
I can't help you. What you're talking about is illegal.
I'm here.
Every little thing gonna be alright.
And remember, stay safe, sane, and sanitized.
All right. Now, I haven't seen this movie. If it even came out, I'm sure brothers may have seen it. But there's a lot of key points in this movie that's going to be, a reality soon. All right. So let's start like this, right? Now, a lot of people want to talk about conspiracy theorists and so on and so forth. In the movie, it was considered to be COVID-23, right? So let's just play with the numbers for a minute. All right. So the original COVID-19 came out 2019, right? And this show showed something about COVID-23. So let's look at it like this, right? And again, just playing with the numbers now, right? Because we know that terrible times are on the horizon. All right. So you take 19 to 2024. That's 5 years. All right. So you take that 2 and that 3, add them up, you get 5. So now that brings us to 2024. Now let's look at that rule 2.13 that they have over there, starting over in New York, right? And jumping down to the middle of the paragraph here, it says New York State Department of Health over Rule 2.13, isolation and quarantine procedures. Okay, what does this mean? The state can now force anyone into quarantine for any reason, as this is not limited to the coronavirus. All right. So anything that they do, they can come in, bust down your door, just exactly what we've seen in this movie, right? And this is exactly what they're going to do. But again, it didn't happen. These things didn't take place in 2023, And now if you couple that with these troops that are coming over here, they're sending them over here by the boatloads, putting them up in hotels, kind of camouflaging them in amongst the other migrants, if you will. These people are ready, man. They're ready to go. All right. So I believe 2024 is going to be the start of what you people are looking as just another happy new year. This shit's about to be the start of the end, man. And there's going to be nobody out there that's going to really start breaking this thing down or trying to help you figure out life. It's going to be every man for himself. And Lord willing, the men of the Lord and those that truly believe, may we be protected. I don't think you people truly understand how bad this is going to get. And when you was watching that trailer right there, when the helicopter was flying, those aerial views of what the ground looked like, total chaos, man. Total chaos. All right. So we're coming down that road. All right. So let me go here. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. What is going to be the end resolve? What do you people think is going to start happening? You ain't going to be able to move anywhere. You're not going to be able to go anywhere. Okay? And they're showing you these things. Locking down cities. Locking down states. Locking down air travel. And when this shit goes down, because we know that, you know, as we'll dub him, the gates of hell. Okay? We know that he has a major role in what's going on out here. Just like his father before him, concerning that Spanish flu that started here in America. Okay? You know, Gates of Hell Sr. was the head of all that. And now Junior is falling right in suit. Okay? But they're gonna lock shit down. You know, now in the beginning, I think that billboard said population. I think it was 8 million. It was a quick flash, but I believe it was 8 million something. What does that mean? What does that tell you? That they're gonna be dropping bodies like flies, man. That's what that signified. A very low number of people, because why? A lot of people are gonna succumb to whatever it is they got going on, whatever ailment they have going on, and who knows what it may be, man. Who knows? Now check this out. Let's go to the CDC website, right? And it says, infectious diseases outbreaks currently being reported on by the CDC. Listings include those outbreaks for which content is currently published on the CDC website. So it says US-based outbreaks, okay? Recent investigations reported on the CDC.gov. So cantaloupes, peaches, dog food, fresh dried onions, suspected fungal meningitis, you know, from epidural-related surgeries in Mexico, drug-resistant infections associated with artificial tears. And this is all 2023, the majority of these. All right, so let's scroll down a little more. Okay, it says understanding outbreaks. In the last 2 years, CDC has sent scientists and doctors out more than 750 times to respond to health threats. Learn more below. So now you got investigating foodborne outbreaks. Okay, waterborne toolkits. Waterborne outbreak toolkit. All right. So again, these are the essentials for life, food and water. But now there's some type of outbreak taking place with the food, an outbreak taking place in the water. So whatever they got coming down the pipe, man, it's gonna be deadly, man. Whether it be through food, whether it be through the water, whether it be airborne. Something big and major is about to happen. And we've been saying this for a long time. We believe that the first wave of unalived people are going to be those that took that recipe. Okay? So sliding down a little more, food safety recalls. All right? Now, all these recalls, and just for the sake of time, I'm just going to slide through it. All these recalls, December 7th. What's today's date? I think today is the 7th. Today is the 7th. Allergens today, December 7th. Wayne's Farm LLC recalls ready-to-eat chicken breast products that may be undercooked. Garland Ventures recalls ready-to-eat chicken fried rice products due to possible listeria contamination. That was the 6th, and so on and so forth. All right? So slowly but surely, everything that one would need to sustain themselves here in this kingdom is going to be tainted with some type of poison or some type of contamination or some type of disease. So there's no way out, man. Esau is going to try to, he's going to fulfill as much of his belly as he can before Yahweh Shem Yahushai takes him out, man. All right? So this is real deal, man. And we as the prophets of the Lord, we got to come out and warn you people. All right? Don't think just because, shit don't hit you in your neighborhood or in your area that you're exempt. It's gonna be a sad day for the majority of you people when society truly and utterly breaks down, man. 2nd Ezra 6:22, and it says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown." All right. Now, at the beginning of that trailer, wasn't it all peaceful? 2 lovebirds on the phone. "Hey, baby, how you doing? What you doing? What are you up to?" Looks like the nice sunny day out there. Then all of a sudden, it appeared unsown. And that's exactly what they're doing, man. But they're keeping you people, preoccupied with all kinds of bullshit. Excuse my language, but whether or not P. Diddy had something to do with the murder of Tupac, and what's going on in the sporting arena, what's going on in the music entertainment, whether or not Taylor Swift is the greatest singer of all time or some nonsense. All right, but these are the things that are keeping you preoccupied. So therefore, you have no idea what's actually going on behind the curtain, man. You ever see that movie, The Wizard of Oz? They was trying to go see the wizard because they thought the wizard was some almighty God who could, give them the things that they were searching for. But when the curtain was pulled back, he was a little midget, man. They was like, "Oh, who is this little guy?" And this is what's going to happen with you people. When that curtain gets pulled back, you're going to realize your ass is going to be in real fucking trouble. Excuse my language. I'm trying to cut back on this so-called swearing, but you're going to find yourselves in some real bad trouble. And the most dreadful thing about all this is you ain't taking heed to the prophets of the Lord. Did not the Lord say in the book of Proverbs, the 1st chapter, "They said it not on my counsel"? So we have been occupied in the prophecies. All right. We have been steadfast in speaking and teaching the things that we have learned through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, from our head apostles on down. All right. And in each passing day, there's a spirit, a soul that wakes up. All right. The Lord puts the wisdom of understanding in their mind, in their thoughts, and they wake up to be brought back into the fold. But then again, there are men that have woken up, but the Lord, blew out candles and put them back to sleep. And this is just the way this thing works. And this is why the scripture says all things were written for our learning. Going back to Romans the 15th chapter, saying what? These things were written for our learning. Taking heed to these things and understanding these things. Don't think for 1 minute that you're exempt. That's why you got to pray without ceasing, man. You got to continually pray that the Lord keeps you steadfast in this thing. Okay? And it says, "And the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." And it's just a matter of time. And they're going to be empty also in the sense that what we just read in the CDC, man. Things are going to be contaminated. Things are going to have all kinds of diseases attached to them. Eat at your own risk, if you will. In the book of Ezekiel, I believe it was 3. No. What is? Hold on, let me see if I can get it real quick. Let me get a cue here. Let me get a cue. What should I do here? I want to get a tab open, another tab. Okay. Oh. Let's see. 1 second here. Oh, I believe it's eat. Eat our defiled bread. I believe it is. Let me just see here. I know it's Ezekiel. There's Ezekiel 4:13. Ezekiel 4:13. The Lord said, "Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." And it's getting worse and worse, man. The bread is becoming more and more defiled as each passing year goes by. Each passing day goes by, with the chemicals, with the sprays, and Esau being a pure devil that he is, him contaminating shit just because, man. All right. So the CDC, they're warning you, but how many people look at the CDC website? Nobody's thinking about the CDC website. So therefore, nobody knows and nobody checks or fact checks anything out here anymore. They just rather hear it for themselves and just that's good enough. See you later. All right, let's keep it moving. Where are we? This is 1 Corinthians 14:8. It says, "For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?" Right. So with the trumpet that's being blown right now is a trumpet of war. All right. A trumpet of getting prepared, being ready. We're not blowing the trumpet of mirth. We're not blowing the trumpet of celebration, man. We're coming into some troublesome times, some mourning times right now. All right. And if anybody out there is telling you, we got to get together and celebrate, they're in the wrong spirit, man. And what we're doing as prophets and servants of the Lord is we're letting you know that the time is at hand where evils are about to be multiplied on the earth more than ever, man. Okay? So pay attention. You people got to pay attention to what the prophets are saying. Okay? And start reading it in between the lines. And start trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord has set us up and has sent us to be that mouthpiece, to be that spectacle, to be that beacon of light on the hill. This is what the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has done. And this is how he set us up. All right? Let's keep it moving. Now, this is 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Now, the whole chapter is good, and primarily the chapter is about the Lord sending them thermonuclear missiles over here. All right? But even before the missiles come, I'm going to jump down to verse 17. Okay? Even before the missiles come, there's still going to be some tribulation. There's going to be much tribulation, if I may. Okay? But the majority of this chapter is speaking about those plagues that the Lord is going to send from one end of the earth until the other. All right? So let's listen to what Ezra says. Verse 17. He says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Okay? Because the Lord plucked Ezra right down the middle of all that he was watching, the things that are to come for us. Okay? And he said to himself, who's going to deliver me in those days? And for him to say that, how bad do you think the things that he saw was, man? And it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And again, primarily them thermonuclear missiles, but there's going to be all kinds of evils, man. There's going to be all types of things happening. 19. Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges for an amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be good and cheap upon earth. They shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right? Now, mind you, like I said, since 2019 to 2023, we haven't seen this type of activity on the earth. 2019 to 2020, 21, and the beginning of 22, things started to cool down a little bit. So much so, a lot of people felt that there was hoodwinked, But the things that are coming now, the things that are going to start taking place now, even the gates of hell had said, there's going to be another situation, there's going to be another situation worse than the first. And you want to call his bluff? Go right ahead. But this shit is going to go down, man. It's going to go down. As it is written, then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. All right? And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Ezekiel, the 4th chapter, just said what? We're going to eat our defiled bread. Even the things that you believe to be healthy is contaminated. Everything. There's no way on this planet that Esau is going to let something slip through the cracks when his main goal and agenda is to unalive people, man. That's his main goal and agenda. So he damn sure ain't going to put nothing out there that's going to make you prolong your life or preserve your life. Why would he do that? Okay? So when the famine comes, there's no need to be surprised because the CDC is already telling you what's going on with the food outbreaks. An outbreak isn't just something that, we'll say it's an outbreak, but this is something that's going to affect you. And it's going to affect you to the point where, as the scriptures just said, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Meaning what? You're not going to have any food. There's not going to be any food to eat. And the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay? So, again, matter of fact, let me jump up real quick to verse let me go to verse verse 6. It says, may a man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn? All right. So these troubles are going to be like a hungry lion. You think you're just going to walk away from a hungry lion unscathed? You think that lion's going to look at you and just be like, nah, I'm going to spare you today when he's hungry? Absolutely not. And likewise, these tribulations and these things that are coming upon the earth for you people, primarily that famine. Okay? So don't think that, Esau is going to, be gracious unto you and lend you a helping hand. All right? And it says, verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be waste, and the city shall be cast down. And again, like I said, the majority of this is talking about them thermonuclear missiles. But at the same time, you know, there's going to be a lot of tribulation before the nuclear missiles. All right? And it says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and no one, and who shall gather them? There's going to be a lot of death, man. Esau knows it, and he's already planning for it. He's been telling you since he's been telling you since the beginning of time, if you will, but also more so in the times that we're living, his subtle little, you know, statues and monuments, you know, and in particular the Georgia Guidestones, wanting to get the population down to 500 million. That's a big feat for the amount of people that are on this earth. All right? But he's going to do it. He's going to do what he needs to do to get that number down, you know, next to zero. All right? So we're going to keep on prophesying. We're going to keep on telling you these things because it's our job and it's our reasonable service to do so. You know? What else can we, you know, what else can we desire to do in this kingdom? We're at the end of this thing. There's no going back trying to, you know, bring up something new and persuade people to hear something. Nobody wants to hear nothing new. The Lord has given us exactly what we needed to get through this bad boy. Okay? Time is short. The Lord is ready to make a move. Esau is ready to make his move. These nations are gearing up. We here, man. We here. These are the times that we've been looking for. These are the times that we've been waiting for. And especially those who've been laboring. Especially those that, you know, who've been troubled. All right? The time to come to see the fall of our enemy is at hand. So we push even harder that the Lord may see our works, that the Lord may know our hearts and know our spirits. And to know that, you know what? These men have worked hard to fulfill their desires to see their enemy fall. And Lord willing, he grants that to us. Okay? So I'm not going to read too much more on that. And that's just about it. That's just about it, what we want to get in. All right? But all that being said, you know, continue, you know, praying without ceasing. As we know, the Lord is no respecter of persons, man. You know? And if he wants to take you out, he'll take you out. So pray that he continually has mercy on you and be very thankful that he's given us what he's given us thus far. And we're continuing the doctrine. All right? So with that, I'm going to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, you know, I'm going to see y'all on another one. I say shalom.